Ever wondered why Winnie the Pooh is always so content, seemingly without a care in the world? Picture the honey-loving bear in his red shirt, pot of honey at his side, humming a little tune. Now, let's contrast that with the hustle and bustle of our own lives, filled with stress, deadlines, and endless to-do lists. Quite a difference, isn't it? Now, what if I told you that Pooh's simple joy and contentment isn't just a product of A.A. Milne's imagination, but a reflection of an ancient philosophy known as Taoism? Intrigued? Excellent! Taoism is an Eastern philosophy that encourages harmony with the natural world, simplicity, and contentment, much like our friend Pooh. It's about letting life flow naturally, and not overcomplicating things, just like Pooh, who simply enjoys his honey without worrying about the future or the past. Today, we're setting out to explore the Tao of Pooh, and how this honey-loving bear could be the key to understanding Taoism. First, let's meet our guide on this philosophical journey, Winnie the Pooh. Now, you might be thinking, what's a honey-loving bear got to do with ancient Eastern philosophy? Well, that's where the magic of the Tao of Pooh comes in. The Tao of Pooh is a delightful interpretation of Taoism through the lens of A.A. Milne's beloved character, Winnie the Pooh. You see, Pooh, with his unassuming nature and love for simple pleasures, perfectly embodies the key principles of Taoism: simplicity, spontaneity, and naturalness. Let's dive deeper, shall we? Take simplicity. Pooh isn't one for grand plans or complex ideas. He's content with his honey and his friends, living each day as it comes. This mirrors the Taoist principle of Pooh, the concept of uncarved block, which encourages us to appreciate the simplicity and original nature of things. Next up, spontaneity. Remember when Pooh decided to use a balloon to get honey from a tree? That's him acting spontaneously without overthinking. Taoism calls this wu wei, the practice of doing by not doing, allowing things to unfold naturally. Lastly, naturalness. Pooh doesn't strive to be someone he's not. He's a bear of very little brain, and he's okay with that. This aligns with Ziren, the Taoist principle of being true to oneself and living in harmony with nature. Through Pooh's stories, we can see these principles come to life. When he gets stuck in Rabbit's door after eating too much honey, he doesn't panic. He simply waits, and eventually, he's free. That's Pooh exhibiting wu wei, allowing things to happen naturally. In essence, Pooh's approach to life is a living, breathing example of Taoist philosophy. He doesn't overcomplicate things. He doesn't strive for more than he needs. He simply is, and in being so, he embodies the Tao. So, are you ready to channel your inner Pooh and embrace the Tao? Now, you might be thinking, how can I, a sophisticated adult, learn from a silly old bear? Well, let's explore that thought, shall we? Taoism, as seen through the eyes of our honey-loving friend, isn't about grand philosophical debates or intricate religious rituals. It's about simplicity, acceptance, and living in the present moment. Imagine your Pooh sitting by your favorite tree, a jar of honey in paw. You're not fretting about the past or worrying about the future. You're just there, enjoying your honey, living in the now. That's Taoism in action right there. It's all about recognizing the beauty and joy in the simplest of moments. And what about acceptance? Well, think about how Pooh interacts with his friends in the 100-acre wood. He accepts them as they are, with all their quirks and eccentricities. Eeyore's gloominess, Rabbit's fussiness, Tigger's hyperactivity. Pooh doesn't try to change them. He simply enjoys their company. That's a powerful lesson for us in our daily lives, where we often struggle with accepting people and situations for what they are. And then, there's the principle of letting go of unnecessary complexity. In a world where we're constantly bombarded with information and decisions, Pooh's simple, uncomplicated outlook is a breath of fresh air. Remember when he got stuck in Rabbit's door because he ate too much honey? Instead of panicking or trying to force his way out, he simply waited until he was thin enough to get unstuck. He didn't make the situation more complicated than it needed to be. So whether it's a global crisis or an office spat, the principles of Taoism can guide us, helping us navigate through life's challenges with grace and serenity. As Pooh shows us, sometimes the simplest approach is the best one. So, how can you start applying the Tao to your own life? Well, the first step is to understand that Taoism isn't a one-size-fits-all philosophy. It's a deeply personal journey that embraces the uniqueness of each individual. Just like Winnie the Pooh, you'll find your own way of embodying Taoist principles, whether that's through simplicity, acceptance, or naturalness. Let's break it down a bit. Start by embracing simplicity. You don't need to climb the highest mountain to find wisdom. Sometimes it's in the smallest of things. Next, accept things as they are. Life is full of ups and downs, but remember, even a river has to flow around rocks to reach the ocean. It's all part of the journey. Finally, strive for naturalness. Be true to who you are. Don't force yourself into a mold that doesn't fit. You're not a square peg in a round hole. You're a unique piece in the puzzle of life. Remember, the Tao isn't about reaching a destination, it's about enjoying the journey. And there you have it, the Tao of Pooh, and how this seemingly simple bear can lead us to a deeper understanding of Taoism and ourselves. We've journeyed together through the 100-acre woods, unearthing the Taoist principles hidden in Pooh's honey-loving, laid-back approach to life. From the unadorned simplicity of the uncarved block to the power of doing nothing, Pooh's journey mirrors our own quest for balance and contentment. Remember the benefits of applying these principles to everyday life. Embrace simplicity, patience, and compassion, just as our chubby little cubby, all stuffed with fluff, does. Don't forget to appreciate the honeypot of life, much like Pooh appreciates his own. After all, wisdom often comes in the most unassuming packages. As we dive headfirst into the quirky universe of philosophy and wander through the maze of deep thoughts, remember, the pursuit of knowledge is like trying to find the end of a rainbow. Spoiler alert, there is no end, but there might be a leprechaun. If you've had a blast exploring these mind-bending ideas with me today and love the endless chase for answers, join our crew of curious minds. Smash that subscribe button and hit the bell to stay in the loop on this intellectual ride. Let's keep hunting down the sunsets of wisdom together. Drop your hilarious or profound musings in the comments below. Subscribe to @ChasingSunsets49, and let's sail through more thought-provoking and sometimes head-scratching journeys together. Until next time, stay curious, keep laughing, and keep chasing those sunsets of enlightenment. Take care and watch out for leprechauns.